Hello, I'm good. How are you? So right now on gold, we can see price have. So in the morning, I was looking for this POI. So this is the order block which took out the liquidity. But if you look at this area, then when price candle, this candle tapped our order block. If you go to 1 minute, then there was no rejection, no sign of rejection over here. So price directly start to go to the downside. So I was waiting for price to break this candle's high. And after that, price came, tapped this high, and it started to go up. So right now, if you look at 30 minutes, then we have this inducement. We have this inducement in the price, which is this one. Let's go to lower time frame. So let's find out here that this order block has been mitigated. Price created a high, tap, and it started to go up from here. So right now, if price continues, taps our order block like this, if price comes at this imbalance or this order block, then we look for buy side entry from here. But if this imbalance doesn't get fulfilled, then probably we look for liquidity sweep. So let's wait for price to sweep some liquidity. So this is everything over here has been trend line liquidity. We want price to sweep the liquidity and it should break the structure, creating a liquidity sweep. Price will tap and it should continue, something like this, just like yesterday. Ethereum, let's see. There's this order block, a sell side order block over here. So we can expect a rejection from this. So price is actually rejecting based on this. If you look at this order block, so this is a candle which took out this high, previous high. That's why it's rejecting based on that. So we want price to sweep liquidity. Yesterday, if you look yesterday's zone, then price it did not sweep the liquidity, but it started to go up. Here we had this imbalance. There was imbalance over here. Price fulfilled this imbalance and it started to go up. Then from this retest, I look for the buy, but again price came and it started to go up. This is where price rejected in the morning. Let's see. So this type of setup you want to look for a liquidity sweep. It should sweep some liquidity and then it should give us a breakout structure. Planning to buy GU from 6 to 4. Yes, you can look for buy on GU. Let's wait for price to break this high. So it will be a good confirmation that now price is going to the upside. We have this order block. Let's go to lower time frame and see if this is a breaker block. There is this order block where price did not tap this area. There is a clear imbalance between the price. Here also we have imbalance. So directly looking for reversal, I don't think it's a good idea. Now price have created this strong high, strong lower high. So let's wait for price to break this. Then we can look for entry at the retest. Uh, Here also I was looking for buy on GU, but there was no sign of rejection from this price. So price came and it failed to break this high. I was waiting for price to sweep liquidity and then retest an entry. Okay, 1 minute, sorry. So this is a gold chart. Price is reacting from this order block. This is the order block, but the direction is to the upside. So direction is to the upside. Price has swept the liquidity from this low, and gave us a structure break. So we want price to break this high, and then it will retest and continue. So in that retest, we will look for buy side entry. Krishna Footwear, I am good. How are you? The momentum is coming in. Right now, I think there is this order block which took out the previous candle's low. So if price breaks this high, then we can look for retest and buy side entry from here, something like this. Um, okay. Because if you look at 1 minute time frame, then there is this imbalance in the price, and this candle before going up, it took out this liquidity. This high is around 1 is to 3. In 5 minutes, we can see this sweep of liquidity. Please hit the like button. On GU, price is creating this whole thing is trend line liquidity. So to look for confirm reversal, we want price to give us a inducement or any strong high. So for example, here price was creating lower highs and lower lows. So if price breaks this lower high, does not mean that it will go to the upside. Probably it will tap from this kind of structure and it will continue. So that's why we want price to create some structure which is like inducement type structure. So in this case, this is the high which took out the previous structure and the low has broken. So this will be a good confirmation that now price can continue with upside. So let's see DXY, what DXY is doing. So if you look at DXY, there is order block over here where price is rejecting, and yesterday price rejected from this order block. It failed to react from this order block. So this is not order block now. And here we have this trend line liquidity. So if this goes to the downside, probably we'll look for probably the Euro SD and GBPUSD will continue the upside. So this is yesterday's order block. Price came, tapped, continued to the downside, giving us a change of pattern. Now here from this order we can look for buy side. Same on GU. NZD this candle took out the previous this candle took out previous low. We have this trend line liquidity. Price comes, gives confirmation. Then we look for buy side from here. Stop loss below this low. Take profit next high. First take profit over here. We can see the internal structure is continuing to the upside. So, and here there is trend line liquidity to the left side. So probably this will be get swept out. USDJPY, there is this order block on 10 minutes. So this is a 10-minute order block. And here we have this low. If this price breaks this low, then we can expect price to give us a change of pattern. Then we look for retest and entry to the downside. Something like this can happen. And it should continue to the downside. Overall, the trend is to the downside only. On USD, price of the liquidity, it probably target this next low. One is to 6. Let's wait for price to give us a change of pattern. Yes, price have broke the structure. Let's look for buy side from here. Let's look at BTC. So on BTC here, I was looking for rejection. Price broke the structure in one move only, and then it started to go down again. So right now, I think this will be a liquidity swap only. So price is tapping and it continuing downside. So there is no entry on BTC. On Ethereum also same thing. Here yesterday's buy, price went to the upside and price hit the stop loss to the downside. Yesterday's stop loss. This was the order block I think it reacted from. Because BTC gave us a this change of pattern, that's why Ethereum and all the crypto came to the downside. So I think what can happen is because there is order blocks to the left side, so same thing can happen. So price will try to give us a pull back. So a lot of people will try to sell from here, and then it can tap our order block and we'll look for entry from here. And even if this fails, then probably we have this imbalance to the downside. here. This is the imbalance, and there is order block below this. So this is something we can look for a second entry to the buy side, which is this order block. There is clear imbalance, structure break to the upside. This was because of this news, price travel and continue to upside. So if price fails this order block, then we'll look for buy side from here with a candle confirmation. Euro USD, okay. So I was looking for buy side from here. This is the order block, 30-minute order block here, which took out the previous one, then gave us a structure break. But price is reacting from this breaker block. Right now, the structure is not that great. Here, the price is creating trendline liquidity. And here, it should get swept out. So let's wait. We don't have to look for any entry in EU until and unless we don't get any strong change of pattern and again liquidity. So this is something we have to ignore. Geoffrey Murithi. So this is a POI from this week for buy side. Day before yesterday, I think yesterday only. Yes. So these were two order blocks where I was looking for buy, but then price failed this order block. There was no sign of rejection from this order block. Right now, price creating a trend line equity from tapping this order block. It's creating a trend line equity or equal lows, we can say. These are relatively equal lows. So this is something I'm looking for. I'm interested in zone. So I want price to tap. So we can look for entry and the next high will be target. Let's see what price does. Or at least we can target the next imbalance, which is this one. Again, after change of pattern, we'll look for new entry. Continuation. So here we can see this is a 5 seconds chart. This is the inducement price broke the structure and it's creating liquidity. So this liquidity has been swept out. So it should continue downside, but there is a 5 seconds order block here. 5 seconds order block. So it's creating liquidity above this. So it can tap, continue, take out this liquidity, and again it can continue downside. So this is something we can look for. Let's see. We are not entering, just analyzing, monitoring the chart. Here we can see this is the candle which took out the previous liquidity, and there was a clear structure break after this. So there is also imbalance in the price, which is this one. So we'll try to sweep the liquidity before coming down. Let's see. It's gold. It's now coming down. This is the high. This is the breaker block, order block. Now continue downside. So I was expecting price to sweep this liquidity also. Mhm. Mhm. I think this is a liquidity sweep. Price is just sweeping this liquidity. In continuation, price is finally breaking this high, sweeping this liquidity. GU. Now price is creating liquidity, so there is this will be new order block, I think so. After the structure gets broken, price is this liquidity from here, so it can tap now. It can tap this order block, and then it can continue. So I think we'll look for same trade in this direction. Let's wait for price to break the structure first. Please hit the like button.
This is the original, where it all started. Internal recording, but no 32-bit float like on the Mic 2. So you can really just never mess up your audio with this system. And you have a more intuitive receiver there with physical clicky touch buttons. You can't really fit everything inside the case of it. Physical clicky
हेलो. हाँ हाँ. ऑफिस हो रहे. So DXY should continue to the downside. We can target the next high. 21 is to 5 something. So only confirmation we'll look for is some structure, and candle should be engulf the previous candle's high, something like this. So this is a confirmation we look for. And if price continues very rapidly to the downside, then probably our second order block will be retested. So we want price to stop, break previous candle's high. So direction was right, but we couldn't get an entry over here. We can get some entries like this, but it's very risky because we don't know if price breaks the high or not.
GBPUSD might.
So on 4 hour, the price have swept it tapped the order block. So this is where something you can look for retest for sell. This is the wick which started to go up. If you look at 2 minutes, then this is a 2 minute candle which took out the previous candle's high. Wait for price to create liquidity over here. Then you can look for sell side. Stop loss about this imbalance because we don't know if this imbalance can get tapped. and this is the entry. So I don't think price will tap this high full. It will just tap where price started to sweep the liquidity. And this is a 30-minute wick over here. We can target the next low, which is this one. Let's see what we got on Sol USDT. Sol also tapping this order block, continue to downside. Ethereum also doing the same, but this is not we can enter because of this wick. We want price to give some kind of confirmation. That's when we can look for entry. Please hit the like button. So So thank you for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in next session. Look for a continuation trade because we already have the strong low established over here. And so this is something I look for. If price flips the liquidity and it continues, then don't look for reversal. And so this is, don't look for reversal. If price continues to the upside, sweeping liquidity, look for continuation trades. Here we have this second low. And I think this 5-minute candle has been mitigated, I think so. So let's look for entry on this after the structure break. Price have already broken the structure. I'll see you tomorrow on Monday. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button. GBP is continuing to the upside. Welcome.